is back for a return engagement. The stout that started it all. Hey, it's Bryon Lape back with a beer review. Sort of moved in edition. We're out of the mother-in-law's house. We're into our new house. I was hoping to have the mountains behind me, but until I figure out something with the camera, I don't know. Even on manual, it keeps washing it out. I don't understand. Maybe when it gets a little darker, we can do it. So look for it in another video. And I'd like to thank everyone who has subscribed recently. I know I've been really sporadic with videos. Supplement videos tend to be the ones that everyone really likes, and we're going to do some of that tomorrow, record even more. I've got some protein bars I've not tried. We've got a pre-workout that I haven't reviewed on camera yet. I can't wait. So today is a beer that I thought I hadn't had in a while. I'm looking Untapped, and I checked in about 3 years ago. But many years ago, back in the 90s, this was one of the first beers I had that wasn't some mega brewery garbage. This was, at the time in Tennessee, the only version of Guinness you could get. There are multiple versions. I forget how many. It's a trivia question. It's some ridiculous number. But since then, we've had the widgets in the can, which were unbelievable. I had those back in the 90s. We have the widgets in the bottle. All kinds of things. When you drink it, it injects the nitrogen. But this is an original export stout for a long time that you could get. If I remember correctly, I think it is CO2. I don't think it's nitrogen injection. Intense, characterful, and bold. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. You know, dark fruits and caramel. So really, this is and I would love to go to Ireland and have the original, if you will, Guinness, the one that they don't export. But you know, the world the way it is, I may never go. I've got, you know, some of my roots go back to Ireland on multiple. It's mostly my dad's side of the family, but there's multiple lines. There's also some, I think there's some Welsh in there too, very little, and some Scot, including 2 Kings of Scotland. But this is like the quintessential, in my view, still the quintessential export stout that people tried to emulate, as the dogs are driving me nuts. They really need it. I'm really late doing this, and they're like, come on, we need to go out again. I've got the barrel-aged glass from Jungle Gyms. I don't know where all my glasses are. I know 2 of them are, and then we've got crystal all over the place, but my wife's like, all these plates and all this stuff that we used to just kind of put, and a lot of it was in that thing, which you can't see. Now it's out on the shelves. I seem to be missing some glasses. I don't know why. Because I have more than I normally did, but I don't have the good ones. Anyway, nice, dark, roasted malt character. It's a little bready, a little grainy on the nose. Years ago, when you know, I was reading up, I think it was in Charles Papazian's book, I'm not sure. But one of the things about the BJCP, about when people say there's no difference between stouts and porters, that's incorrect. But one of the biggest, one of it is the range of colors. The porters are much wider. The other thing is the bitterness. If it's going to be true to style stout, there should be no discernible hop bitterness. And so if a dark porter, you can do that. With a stout, you're not supposed to do that. Now, I know there's all kinds of other one now. They're playing with cardboard, I tell you. But, oh, that smells fantastic. So you've got this bitterness. It's almost from tannin, but not quite. And that's one of the things you got to be very careful, as I unlock my phone. When you make one of these, you got to be careful where that bitterness is coming from. If you steep your grains too long and you start picking up the tannins, you're going to get this really not even pleasant bitterness. This one, yes, it's bitter. It's one of those things when people think about dark beer, but this is one of these things when you have with a meal, it tones down. It has a sharpness to it that the carbonation, because it's not the nitrogen injection really smooths it out. I remember years ago having nitrogen injected coffee with no sugar in it, and it's amazing the difference. When you drink it, right, it's like, oh, it's kind of bitter, and then you drink it with nitrogen. But this one's got, I'm pretty certain this is CO2. It's not, there's no widget, there's nothing special. the carbon dioxide bubbles are larger. They're a little bit sharper for the flavor that it brings to your tongue. Nitrogen's very smooth, very creamy, but this is, you know, this is, again, the standard. If a home brewer is trying to make a really good Irish stout, this is the first thing they try to go for. Now this is the extra stout. There's an Irish dry stout. Quite often, if you're not careful, you end up with it too sweet. And that many times is too much caramel malt in the grain bill. But it is an art with some science behind it. But that is fantastic. I'm going to check in again on Untapped. I don't tend to do beers that I've already checked in, and I don't remember having this a few years ago. But 2019 I had it. I'm guessing I bought some, and hopefully I didn't do a review, and now you're going to go, hey, look, you got a review from 3 years ago. Well, maybe hopefully I say the same thing. But this is a 5 out of 5 in my book. It is the stout. It is the standard to compare to, and the one that I've tried to copy several times. I've done different versions of things. I've put rye malt in. I've done honey. I've done other goofiness. I've done blackstrap molasses even. But they're all just imitations and variations of the theme. This is the standard, the thing that we're going to go. So what do you think? Have you had the Guinness Extra Stout with the CO2 instead of the nitrogen? Do you like it, not like it? Do you think I'm being overly praising because, you know, of my heritage or something? You know, of being slightly Irish. I mean, it's very filtered, mostly German, but it is fantastic. I like this. It's 5 out of 5. Do you like that, not like that? Is there a version of Guinness that is your favorite? Which one do you like? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for subscribing and supporting this channel for, I don't know, I remember how many years I've been doing this. It's been an incredible ride. Let's keep going. Let's make 2022 and beyond huge compared to the past. So let's get this thing going. Thank you very much, and we'll see you. Goodbye. All right, let's see what we got. I really put that in the middle. That would really be helpful. And let's see what we got. Hopefully I don't spill anything. It's going to be flat colors and pale, or it's going to be, I'm going to look like I'm sunburned. It doesn't help if these lights are more, see that one in particular is almost orange. That one's very orange. I hate these lights. The sooner we replace them, the better. So I have, it is not 0 IBUs.